Gyeongju is the witness to the 1,000-year history of Silla. The rise and fall of a dynasty is clearly visible here. More than 1,000 years have passed, but the soul of Silla is still alive today. Gyeongju, Korea's historic city, was the capital of Silla and unified Silla, which lasted from 57 BC to 935 AD, where the past meets the present. The remains of the ancient dynasty blend in with the modern settings of the 21st century. The history of Silla is evident in every corner of modern-day Gyeongju. A simple hike leads to the Daeneungwon Tomb Complex, where the kings of the Silla Dynasty and his families rest. An impressive ancient tomb in the heart of the city. There are 23 of these hill-shaped tombs at the complex.
지금은 기술이 발달해서 쌓는 게 문제가 안 되는데 옛날에는 그런 어떠한 기술을 이용해서 저렇게 큰 무덤을 만들 수 있었을까라는 생각이 들더라고요.
Cheonma Tomb is believed to have been built between the end of the 5th century and the beginning of the 6th. The gold relics found inside this ancient tomb give a glimpse of the Silla Dynasty at its splendor. Ponghwangdae is a royal tomb that dates back to the year 500. It's 22 meters tall and 82 meters in diameter, making it the largest in Gyeongju, but it's unknown as to who rests in the tomb. The history of Silla continues in modern Gyeongju. Here, the living and the dead, the past and the present, share the same space.
지금부터 임진년 10월 초 하루 예림세묘 분향예를 올리겠습니다.
The royal tomb maintainers are those who oversee the Silla lineage. In the Joseon Dynasty, they were government officials of the 9th junior rank. They had the right to hold a direct audience with the king.
여기가 미추왕릉입니다. 미추왕릉은 신라 김씨왕 초대 왕입니다. 예. 그래서 능도 크고 김씨네 현재 왕릉이 많지만은 또 초대 왕이기 때문에 제일로 크게 모시는 이 능입니다.
Currently, there are 11 royal tomb maintainers in Gyeongju. Whether it rains or snows, they visit the tombs and fulfill their tasks.
참봉의 역할이 크다면 크지요. 참봉이 없으면은 이런 관리라든지 이런 그래 옳게 못합니다. 예.
More than 1,000 years have passed, but traditions remain unchanged in Gyeongju. This is Yangdong Village, where some 150 kiwa houses and thatched houses stand, a throwback to the Joseon Dynasty. It's the best preserved traditional village in Korea. Its residents also maintain the lifestyle of their ancestors. It's late autumn, the harvest just over. Villagers are now preparing for the coming winter. Patching the thatched roofs takes place between November and January of the following year.
이래 집을 이래 이놓고 나면 방 안에 들어가면 훈훈하다니까. 그럼 여름에는 좀 기와나 스레드 집보다 또 시원하고.
The straw thatches are bundled together and then spread across the roof. The thatches are arranged to overlap each other, and at the very end, a yongmarum, or the straw ridge, is placed on top and tied down. Another aspect of the cozy scenery is the hanap that blends in with the landscape. From the entrance to the village, the first thing that comes into view is Hyangdan with its elaborate roof.
이 집은 지금 한 500년 역사가 됐습니다. 500년? 예, 500년.
Hyangdan was the house of the Neo-Confucian scholar Ep10.
할아버지 이제 외출하시고 저기 묘사진으로 이제 산소가 여러 군데 있지 않습니까? 그 묘사에는 말한장 그리고 요거는 이제 그 뭐지 이거 가마.
When Ep10 was the governor of Gyeongsang, the house was built on the orders of King Jeongdong so Lee could watch over his sick mother. Hyangdang's design was radically different from that of other houses for aristocrats. Even in Yangdong Village, history and life flow together. Buddhism was the national religion during the Silla Dynasty. The 1,500-year-old Bulguk Temple is a representation of the Silla Buddhist culture.
부국사는 일단 신라 시대에 만들어진 사찰이고 아무래도 신라 시대의 흔적을 제일 많이 느낄 수 있는 사찰인 것 같습니다.
The temple is an embodiment of the principles of Buddhism. It's a work of art created by the Silla Dynasty's architectural technology, Buddhism and nature. At the foot of Hamwol Mountain lies Golgul Temple, Korea's only cave temple. The monks here are demonstrating a form of Buddhist training. Seonmudo, an ascetic discipline originating from India. It was also practiced by the Hwarang warriors of Silla. During the 6th century, when Buddhist culture flourished in Silla, Venerable Gyeongju and his party from India created the cave chambers and the sculpture of seated Buddha. The temple's main sculpture of Buddha was carved at the top of the limestone cliff. Among the Buddhist sites located in Hamwol Mountain, Golgul Temple has the longest history.
와서 기도하면 마음이 편해지고 또 이제 보시다시피 경치 역시 좋잖아요. 예, 그런 부분에서 많이 좋아요.
Made up of 12 caves, Golgul Temple is where Hwarang warriors trained their body and mind. In the Joseon Dynasty, monk soldiers also trained themselves for battle here. Seonmudo is a martial art for the soul. It's the way to enlightenment by attaining a balance of the mind, body and breathing.
선무도는 부처님의 가르침인 그런 불교의 그 실천적 수행법인데, 이제 비전을 내려오는 수행법인데, 몸과 마음과 이 호흡의 조화를 통해서 산매를 구하고 깨달음을 구하는 그런 수행의 한 방편입니다.
Seonmudo takes elements from yoga, meditation, Zen Qigong and Zen gymnastics and focuses on defense.
상장. 호!
Unlike Shaolin Kung Fu, which features sparring and impressive moves, Seonmudo emphasizes meditation and asceticism as a way towards enlightenment. Under the floating clouds, between the winds, the only thing that doesn't change is the time of nature. Hanap Pond was built in the late 7th century during the reign of King Munmu. This was where the king hosted banquets under the moonlit sky. The pond seems to reflect one of the splendid nights of the Silla Dynasty. Cheomsongdae is believed to be the oldest observatory in the East and represents the scientific advancements of the Silla Dynasty. It stands as a reminder of how people look to the stars to predict the fortune of the nation. Gyeongju and its people are guardians of tradition. Cha Eun-jong is a researcher of the food culture and history of the Silla Dynasty. She is recreating the colourful cuisine culture of the Silla royalty.
일단은 이름은 어록구이라고 하는 건데요. 이제 생선 어자에 록은 사슴 록자예요. 그래서 옛날 신라 시대 때는 꿩이라든지 사슴이라든지 이런 귀한 짐승들을 임금님이 궁에서 많이 드셨대요. 그래서 지금 황태에다가 이렇게 사슴고기를 양념을 해서 위에다 올려놓은 거예요.
At the time, orokgui was the representative palace food and made of rare ingredients. While it looks and tastes good, it's primarily a dish meant to rejuvenate.
여러 가지 스트레스를 많이 받으시다 보니까 우리가 일종의 표현하는 화병, 그러니까 이렇게 몸에 이렇게 필요 없는 열들이 많이 있어서 그런 것들을 좀 이렇게 내려줄 수 있는, 몸을 좀 시원하게 해준다거나 스트레스를 좀 풀 수 있도록 해준다거나, 그리고 운동량이 좀 부족하다 보니까 현대 영양학적으로 보면 에너지를 좀 잘 소모시킬 수 있는 그런 편한 음식들로 구성이 됐던 것 같아요.
People of the Silla Dynasty used food to cure illnesses. The philosophy of healing the body with food, that's the core of yakson, or medicinal food of Silla. The dishes were for the royalty, but today they have been reborn to capture the palate of the modern people, while retaining the tastes and cultures from 1,000 years ago. The history of the Silla Dynasty meets the people of the modern days, this time in food that awakens all 5 senses.
소스가 담백하지 않아요? 그죠?
In the past, making clothes was almost like an act of praying. It was because people believed that their prayers would seep into the clothes and protect the person wearing the garment.
전체를 하나로 이어져 간다고 누비. 계속 세상을 누비듯이 뛰듯이 달리듯이. 그러니까 큰 의미로 볼 때는 온 누리를 하나로 엮는다고 생각하면 틀리지가 않을 것 같아요.
Nubi is a Korean method of quilting, featuring a unique way of line stitching. Every stitch is seeped with patience and sincerity. "15 hours every day for 1 month for the Nubi master to make a chogori, or a traditional jacket. Nubi is the product of the calm nature of Koreans and their perseverance. The best way to see all of Gyeongju in one glance is from above, in a hot air balloon. This is a special type, filled with helium gas and fixed to a thick rope. It ascends straight up into the sky. It stops 150 meters above, from where even the Bullcheon complex appears small. And from up in the sky, the history of a millennium comes into view. As a year ends, it is relegated to the annals of history. Amidst the people waiting for the sunrise, light ascends to mark another day. The tomb of King Munmu is the world's only underwater tomb. King Munmu was the one to unify the kingdoms of Baekje and Goguryeo under Silla. He requested that his body be cremated and the ashes be buried in the East Sea. That way, he said he would become a dragon and protect the nation. The glory of the Silla Dynasty awakens every day with the early sun and the waves. Coexistence, traditional life, beauty. These are the words that describe Gyeongju, a city of 1,000-year-old history.